Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some Medieval Kingdoms Total War 1212 AD campaign. We're back on our Kiev campaign. This is episode 3. In today's episode, we're going to be starting exactly where we left off. We have a fair few armies invading the Kievan Rus lands. We've got Danes pushing to the north, a full stack of Byzantines to the south, looking to try and seize our capital of Kiev, and we're still dealing with the Crimean Khanate to the east. So, if you like the sound of that, we're going to be dealing with one of those battles here today, most definitely. So, leave the video a like if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new, leave it on the comments, feedback and suggestions for the series, and where you'd like me to expand and conquer. We've managed to gobble up a lot of territory in the last couple of episodes that was previously owned by the, it was Chernigov, wasn't it? Well, technically it was the Cuman Confederacy, but they kept on our enemies Chernigov taking and essentially farming settlements for us. It actually worked quite well. So, we're sitting on, what, 6, 7 settlements off the top of my head? Can't exactly remember, but we're in the turn here. And essentially see which faction strikes first. Danes were first up there. They didn't do anything. They didn't push and attack us in the north. But the Empire of Nicaea has. The Byzantines have sent a rather large force to try and attack Kiev. He's my brother-in-law now, Yuri, as we've lost our first faction leader. So he's going to be taking the command. But the Byzantines are going to be able to attack in one turn due to the enormity of siege equipment they have. Crikey. 3 ballista, 2 catapults, and then we've got our defending army. This is going to be a good one. This should be a good siege defense of Kiev. This is make or break. This could potentially be the first time we could lose our capital in this series. But who would have thought we've been fighting Byzantines all the way up in the north of Kiev? Alright, we've got to defend our holy city. Nothing too crazy. They haven't got like Scutari swordsman spam. That would be something that I'd be concerned about. But here is Kiev. Not the most built up of settlements. So we've got a couple of options with this battle. We do have 4 units of heavy shock and then the general units themselves. We don't have too many swordsmen, which is a shame, but we've only got what Yuri's held himself and then the garrison. We do have some units of catapults here, so that should be able to soften up anything that comes forward. We need to neutralize those 5 pieces of siege equipment. It's imperative. Because if we don't, they will be able to burn and break down the gate and portions of the wall and get in. If we can destroy them, we can probably stop the siege before it gets too airy, eh? So we'll try and chuck down some of these deployables, and then we'll charge out with my cavalry and try and cycle charge the enemy front line. So let's put these bad boys in front to delay the assault and protect those catapults that are just sitting behind them. We do have defensive siege towers with us. I can already tell that they're going to be the main MVPs of this fight. They should be able to drag us to victory. A delaying tactic is probably the best. Now, there's probably no way that they can get up on the wall, so we might be better off just to move our archers there. So we can't actually move you around, like further out. They are intertwining their siege equipment slightly. A lot of spears, which I do worry about. So, as close with this cavalry you can get is probably on the left-hand side. Archers can sit here. I can put my swordsmen on and spears on the front, on the wall, but I actually don't know if that's the play. Because the only way they're going to get into the castle is if they make a breach, which is entirely possible, or they're going to break down the gate. So, we'll move my archers up to get that additional range instead of wasting 300 meters from arcing their shot over the top. We're going to need it because they're already going to be delayed with all that defensive equipment. So let's have a look at our units. So we have 4 units of Kievan Rus heavy cavalry ready to defend our capital of Kiev. They're going to flank on the left-hand side and open up. We have our swordsmen here as well. A couple of these units we probably haven't seen in the campaign overly too much, as we've been fighting with axemen mostly. Archers and catapults eyeing off the orthodox attackers. And then we've got our defending equipment towards the front line. But let's have a look at the Byzantines. They are very far from home. I can't remember why we're at war with them, if I'm being honest. We got drawn in because of some war. Maybe Bulgaria. They've been smashing them quite a bit. Those spearmen, rather pikemen, we're going to have to really watch out for if we're going for this artillery. So we've met the units. Let's unpause and go. Our archers can go to a standard shot, and our catapults can go on an explosive round once they're in range. We'll swing my cavalry around the left-hand side. Oh, crikey. That was not the play. They should have been around the far side. I thought they were when I gave out that order. Oh well, no matter. Move here. They seem to be allowing the catapults to be a little bit open on the left. Let's have a shot here. I get asked this all the time. Press insert on your keyboard for catapults, and you can direct and fire the shot. So far, this is looking on target. And might get a small cluster of spearmen. No, there's skirmishers further at the back. Let's unpause that. Aim for those pikes. My archers are now in range, along with our arrow towers. Let's try and soften up those spearmen before they even get to our front lines and palisades. Yeah, fighting for the freedom of the Kievan Rus. We've done so well in this campaign so far, throwing back Baltic pagans, dealing with the betrayal of our puppets Chernigov, and now we have to withstand the fury of our Orthodox brethren with the Byzantines at the gates and the Danes looking to push in the north as well after declaring war upon the Teutonic Order. Not very good Catholics fighting each other. Our pikes have now moved further up. They're really struggling to get through the tide and the defences there. 2 units of catapults have been exposed, and our Kievan heavy cavalry has struck them hard. Perfect. Now we just need to go for those scorpions. The battle is now swinging back within our favour. If they're going to move units slowly but surely one by one up, they're going to get slaughtered. They couldn't stop the flank. Push for them. Rotate left side. Hit those light spears. Even though they're spears, you should be okay. Fire into this cluster. We might lose a fair amount of casualties focusing on those scorpions and siege equipment, but we have to do it. Because if we destroy them, that's it. She's all over Red Rover. The siege is over. Our archers trading with their skirmishers there back and forth with their crossbows. We should be able to throw these Byzantium boys back into the Bosphorus from when they came. Both sides are wavering a bit. We'll cycle charge. We'll march out if we need to. But look at this. They can't even break through a couple 100 feet towards the castle. 400 is the difference. They're even moving up. Moving up. The cataphractoid. The enemy general's dead. Yeah, I think he just got taken out by a stake. Crikey. Well, that's probably the end of those boys. Wow, what a heroic victory that was. Right, 2,300. We deployed, losing 315. They outnumbered us by about 1,000. But yeah, once you sort of target those siege equipment, there's not really too much they can do about that. Our cavalry, once again, the heavy shock with the MVPs. And the brave companions of Nicaea have now been destroyed on the fields of Kiev. Wow, we absolutely smashed that force. Now, I'm going to take on the replenishments because you never know. Sometimes in Total War Attila you can get access to a piece of siege equipment. It's nearly advantageous if you're a low-tech faction and you can't get catapults and siege equipment for quite some time. Like mobile siege equipment, I mean. Like catapults and onagers and whatnot. It's sometimes advantageous if you are coming up against someone that does deploy a lot of those type of units to have 19 out of 20. So what we're going to do is going to cross our fingers and hope. We shall take on the replenishments and yeah, see if we can bag ourselves a piece of siege equipment or two. Alright. Okay, let's run down the remaining stragglers so they can't attack us anytime soon or start raiding my territory. So they're now gone officially, which is awesome. Hopefully that's the last we see of the Byzantines in this series. So the Danes have now attacked us. It's actually not too bad of an auto-resolve. Yeah, we're going to have to risk it. I don't know if I could actually manually win that. We'll just auto-resolve it and see what we get. Nah, we lost that one. Unfortunate. But hey, you win some, you lose some. Valiant defeat. And they've taken it as well. Still pushing against the Crimean Khanate. We might need to send an army to deal with the Danes that are taking territory. We'll push into Shurikan. As in this particular piece of territory that was occupied by the Cumans, once Chernigov came in and started taking regions, they've lost a little bit of their influence, and the eastern hordes have been weakening them. Bulgaria has attacked Epirus, who forged a rather large Greek kingdom. We've been attacked by the Khanate here, so we'll pull back to safety, but we might be able to hit it now. Okay, now the Crimean Khanate's pushing into Kiev. Oh, that army doesn't look overly too impressive. We might just be able to take it with Mikhail. If we're lucky. We'll bring in the 2 because we've got movement on it. Yeah, but now even though it's pushed over the river there, we should be able to give chase. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, look at that. I guess because they're a recently puppeted faction? I don't know. They should be fielding... Yeah, I feel like they were subjugated. They're not usually a faction. Yeah, they should have more horses. Don't know where the Danes but they've left. We're going to be able to retake our settlement with these, though. The decisive victory. Click out auto-resolve, and we'll hold this position. Alright. More wars. Alright, we're going to be able to push into this coastal city here. Bilgorod. We'll occupy it. And then we'll push into the Crimea in the next. Alrighty. Got to end this episode here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. I'm going to play the outro now. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already with the bell notification on. Let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the video. And feel free to leave a dislike. If you want to support the channel and follow me on my social media links, they are all linked in the description below. We've got the series playlist that you can access. You can also have a look at my gaming and recording equipment. If you want to get yourself some cheap games, check out the links. You can support me on Patreon if you want. Channel members are available. Use creator code SimpzyTotalWar on the Epic Games Store checkout to flick me a couple of bucks. We've got Twitter, Discord, merchandise, Facebook, Steam group, Instagram, Twitch, and Google Plus links all in the description below as well. But above all, guys, make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Much love from Australia. Goodbye.